Hi, everybody. Welcome to New Year's resolutions. Today is January 28th. In 3 days, we're going to be done with January. And the resolution show will be done. And then on February 1st, I'm going to start Be My Valentine. So I'm going to be talking about love. How do we feel when we find a significant one? And how do we feel when we're searching for someone? And what are we requiring? What do we like? What that will help you probably understand women and probably if you're a woman understanding men, how do they feel and how do I know that according to my experience. So Be My Valentine is going to start on February 1st until the 14th. That will end on Valentine's Day, and then I will begin another show in March. So going back to today's resolution, it is honor your commitments. Many times we're busy, we're tired. Like if you're a woman, we don't feel like getting our hair done, getting makeup on, getting dressed. We're tired, right? So many times there are commitments that you do that sometimes are hard to fulfill or to actually get them done or to actually get there, where you are supposed to be. So, how do you honor your commitments? Well, you kind of talk to yourself and say, well, you promise that, you need to go. You need to go. That's what I tell myself many times. So, what happens when the clock is ticking is that you feel rushed, like, come on, you gotta go, you gotta go. And sometimes we need that. We need the clock to be telling us it's almost time for us to get there, and we need to rush and get there. So, what can you do to possibly get there quicker? One task that works for me a lot is taking a shower before I need to do anything. When you are tired, you haven't been resting, or you've been just watching a lot of videos, a lot of training, you kind of have a headache. You feel very tired. You don't look good. You don't feel good. You don't want to do anything. So, what works for me is taking a shower. Even before I do a video, I do that. I take a shower, I put on perfume or lotion, and I do makeup. Most of the time I have few videos where I don't have makeup, but that is also me. Even if you see me out there, sometimes I don't have makeup, like when I go to the grocery store or if it's my day off. So it's part of me. It's not like I'm trying to not be up to the standards that I set myself. Ultimately you're only comparing to yourself. So sometimes I have my hair done and makeup is on and it's all nice and I'm matching my colors and stuff, but other times I'm not doing that. It's just very simple, and sometimes I'm like that. I'm very simple. So what that creates is connection with others, because if they also feel like, sometimes they're very simple, they just feel like there's nothing wrong with showing your simplicity and showing how you are. Ultimately, makeup doesn't make a woman. We're pretty even without the makeup. It's just we feel that we need to put it on, and it does improve our appearance. And eventually makeup, the purpose of doing makeup is that you look healthy or healthier. That makes sense. So I don't know if you realize that when people is sick, they put on makeup and they don't look like they're sick. Like when people has a strong cold and they get makeup on, they don't look sick, right? So that's basically why we need makeup. It's not just to cover our lines, our wrinkles. It's not to cover an expression that you don't want to see from us, but it also because it makes us look healthier. And if our culture and our way of looking at men was more accepting of makeup, then we will be able to understand that men can be benefited from makeup as well. It will take us a while until that happens. You do see artists, actors, performers that wear makeup and they're okay with it. Even rock bands, they have allowed makeup for themselves, and even fake lashes. I seen the band, what is it? Kiss, and there is another band in Mexico that is also a rock band, and they do wear lashes. Yeah, there was a time on their the performance live where they have this concept of wearing lash extensions, or strip lashes. So strip lashes are those that you apply. It's like a strip, you put it on, And lash extensions are those that we do that we add the lash on top of your lash. So it looks bigger, just like mine, I'm wearing lash extensions. So there was this Mexican band who at some point on their career, they have the trending of doing strip lashes like birds, right? That was the theme of their performance at the time. And I remember watching a video not so long ago with a rock artist. Her name is Alejandra Guzman. And she normally doesn't wear lashes that big, but because she was performing together with this band, she put on lashes, right? So, what is it that you can possibly do that is different? And what is it that you can possibly allow yourself to have or be, even if it goes against the traditional way of looking at people, right? So if makeup is something that you think it will be beneficial, why don't you start using it? I know it's associated with gay people, but it depends how you do it. If you don't do maybe lipstick in the way women do it, maybe if you just do it like a lip gloss that is shiny, where it only makes your lips look healthy. And maybe the makeup is not so much of the brush that we do. This is, to form your cheeks. And it's not all over your nose like I have it, I have some in here. And if you don't do your eyebrows the way we do them, because usually men don't need to do all this, they don't need to do all this makeup because their eyebrows are thicker. So you're not going to need that. And if you don't have eyelash extensions, you're not going to look like a woman. We have this ways of looking of things that sometimes are not beneficial. I don't see why it will be hard to see men with makeup. I know it will. Now women will need to be careful when we go see a man with makeup and not to get it on our clothes, right? Because then our significant one is gonna be asking, where did the makeup came from? That's another topic. So going back to honor your commitments. What did you promise to do? Where did you promise to go? Where were you so excited to go or to attend when they invited you? And then when the time came, you got discouraged, you got lazy, you didn't want it to go, it wasn't interesting, you didn't feel like it. Go take a shower. Do a quick shower. And if you cannot do that, wash your face, put some water on your neck, spray some perfume. Usually the scent of lotions and perfumes makes us feel better, makes us feel fancier, richer, more beautiful, more attractive, more handsome, all those aspects. So what can you do to improve how you're feeling? Maybe put on deodorant, brush your teeth, put on makeup, do your hair, change your style. Wear a wig if you don't want to do your hair. There are many ways in which you can be creative and find a way to get there. And even if you do get there late, people is waiting for you. People is expecting you. Usually events and anywhere you go and anywhere you promise to go, they give you some time, to get there. You have some allowance. Even if you're late, they're still expecting you. When they get mad is if you don't show up and you don't say anything, right? So if you're running late, it's good to let them know if you can. And if you were unable, as soon as you get there, apologize, that you are late and tell them the reason. And maybe they won't believe it, maybe they will still be mad at you, but they will be madder if you don't go, because you promised to be there, or they waited on you, or it probably wasn't wasn't the same because you weren't there. Maybe what you contribute to the group, to the event, or to the situation, they really appreciate. Maybe they're glad to see you. And if you feel you're not welcome, or you're not appreciated, or they're not glad to see you, then it will be up to you to decide. I'm not trying to put you on a situation where you feel uncomfortable, but maybe they don't mean to make you uncomfortable. Maybe it's only your perception. Maybe if you talk to them, you will find out that the way they act is just about how they feel. What is important for them. Maybe they're not realizing that they're being rude to you. Maybe they don't do it intentionally. So maybe talk to them, and give people chances. Many times we tend to judge and just get some kind of feeling about people. And that might not be the reality of what it is, you know. It might not be what they are feeling or truly intending to do on us. Many times is that we feel lonely or we feel isolated, and then when we get to go with people, is we don't know how to feel, and it's not probably anything that they mean to do on us. It's our own inability to socialize. So when there are situations in life where you isolate yourself a lot at home, and once when you go out in society, you don't know how to act, you don't know how to react. Maybe you are taking things too personal or too much of to a heart, you know. Maybe it's not healthy for you to take it that way. Maybe just see it in a way where you want to go and you want to have fun. You want to see things that whatever happens is nothing against you, you know. If you look at it that way, there is nothing against you, there is still room for forgiveness. And even if they do anything against you, you still can express it, and maybe you can forgive right away. Right, when we forgive right away, we don't carry that weight of um, circumstances or events. So when we do the work of forgiveness right away, it's not something that is going to be a burden, something that you're going to walk out the room with, right? Because you left it in there. So once when we forgive, whatever that happened, you are leaving it in that room, in that situation, in that particular minute. You know, you're not carrying it with you the following week, the following day, the next place you go, or you're not carrying it with you to the point that it's going to cause you sicknesses or, stomach pain or headache, or just being disappointed that you went or attended or joined it, whatever it is that you were expected to be. And maybe when you say you will be there, you feel good about it, and then you probably change your mind. So what can you do? Well, when the time comes, you'll know that you gotta run, you gotta go. And even if you leave at the time you were supposed to be there, it's still I guess it's still appreciated. I mean, I will appreciate if you made an effort to come, even if you came late, and even if I had to yell at you because you were there late. That does still mean that I care for you. You know, that I wanted you there, that I expected you there. Even me showing disappointment for you, it still means that I love you. It still means that I care for you. It still means that it was important for me that you got there on time or you got here on time, right? So when we express a discomfort or disagreement, or when we are willing to tell people how we feel, it's because we still care, we still love that person. Even demonstrating that you're mad at them, it still seems to be an expression of loving and caring. Even it doesn't feel that way, and I do understand what you're thinking. If someone loves you or care for you, is not gonna mistreat you, but we do many times. If you take a look of how you treat people who you love and care for, we do that many times ourselves, you know. And because someone does it for us, we're not willing to forget. We don't see ourselves in that person, we don't put our shoes where they are, right? So many times in situations, what happens is that we need to see ourselves in the other side of the coin to appreciate. I gotta go, I have a meeting to go. Talking about commitments, I love you, thank you for watching.